Welcome back to a Clan a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today, we're diving into the rich and complex history of Clan MacLean, a Highland clan with deep roots in Scotland's Western Isles and a legacy marked by loyalty, valor, and resilience. The story of Clan MacLean is one of fierce warriors, strategic alliances, and unyielding loyalty to their chieftains and the Jacobite cause. So grab a dram, settle in, and let's explore the history of the MacLeans, a clan whose name resonates through the mists of Scottish history. The origins of Clan MacLean are a subject of much debate, with some tracing their lineage back to Norman or Italian ancestors, possibly connected to the Fitzgeralds of Ireland, while others insist on a more ancient Celtic origin. The clan's progenitor, according to tradition, was Gillean or Gill-eoin, a warrior who lived as early as the 5th century. Known as Gillean-na-Tuardhe, or Gillean of the battle axe, he earned his moniker through his skilled use of the weapon in battle. His descendants, the MacLeans, would come to bear a battle axe in their crest, a symbol of their martial prowess and their enduring legacy as warriors. By the 13th century, the MacLeans had established themselves on the Isle of Mull, becoming one of the dominant clans in the Western Isles. Gillean's direct descendant, Lachlan Lubanach MacLean, solidified the clan's power through marriage to Margaret, the daughter of John MacDonald, Lord of the Isles, in 1366. This alliance with the MacDonalds, one of the most powerful families in Scotland, helped the MacLeans expand their influence, gaining control of significant lands, including the Isles of Mull, Tiree, and Cole, as well as parts of Morvern on the mainland. The MacLeans had become one of the most formidable vassal clans under the Lord of the Isles. One of the most legendary figures in the clan's history is Hector MacLean, known as Achan Ruad nan Cath, or Red Hector of the Battles. He was the son of Lachlan Lubanach and served as lieutenant general under his uncle Donald, Lord of the Isles, at the Battle of Harlaw in 1411. In this ferocious battle, Hector encountered Sir Alexander Irvine of Drum in single combat, and both warriors were slain. This act of valor was so significant that for centuries afterward, the families of MacLean and Irvine would exchange swords whenever they met in commemoration of the event. The MacLeans, however, were not just warriors. They were also embroiled in numerous feuds, both with neighbouring clans and within their own ranks. One of the most famous feuds was with the Campbells, which reached a bloody peak in the early 16th century. The feud began when Lachlan Catanach MacLean, chief of the clan, attempted to murder his wife, Elizabeth Campbell, by marooning her on a rock in the Sound of Mull. She was rescued, and her brother, Sir John Campbell of Cawdor, later avenged her by murdering Lachlan in his sleep. This incident fueled a long-standing enmity between the two clans. Despite their internal and external conflicts, the MacLeans remained staunch supporters of the Stuart monarchs. During the Wars of the Three Kingdoms, Sir Lachlan MacLean of Duart, the clan chief, rallied his clan to fight for King Charles I. His son, Sir Hector MacLean, continued this loyalty, leading the clan at the Battle of Inverkeithing in 1651 during the Cromwellian invasion of Scotland. In this battle, Sir Hector and 800 MacLeans fought valiantly, but the day ended in tragedy as Sir Hector was slain. In a legendary display of loyalty, 7 brothers of the clan sacrificed their lives one by one to protect their chief, each crying, "Another for Hector," as they fell. The aftermath of these conflicts left the MacLeans deeply in debt, particularly to the powerful Campbells, who gradually acquired much of the MacLean lands. Despite these setbacks, the clan continued to play a prominent role in Scottish history, notably during the Jacobite risings. At the Battle of Killiecrankie in 1689, and later at the Battle of Sheriffmuir in 1715, the MacLeans fought for the Jacobite cause, although their efforts ultimately ended in defeat. In the 18th century, the clan's fortunes declined further, especially after the failed Jacobite rising of 1745. Sir Hector MacLean, the fifth baronet, was captured and imprisoned in the Tower of London. Although he was eventually released, the clan's influence had waned and many of their lands were lost. However, the MacLeans remained resilient. Sir Fitzroy MacLean, a descendant of the chiefs, distinguished himself in military service during the Crimean War and later restored the family's ancestral seat, Duart Castle, in 1912, symbolising the enduring spirit of the clan. Today, Clan MacLean is a global family, with members proudly celebrating their heritage from Scotland to the farthest reaches of the world. The clan's motto, Virtue Mine Honour, reflects the values that have guided them through centuries of conflict and change. The MacLeans may have seen their power ebb and flow, but their legacy remains as strong as the stone walls of Duart Castle, standing sentinel over the Sound of Mull. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of Clan MacLean. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of A Clan a Day podcast, where we will explore the tales of another Scottish clan. Until then, I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, go an Airy and Bothar Leat.